IG. Hold on. Come on, IG. What does it say on your end? Does it say we live?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yep, we live.
All right. There it is.
What's good, y'all?
Episode 72. 21 titles. Weekly recap.
Another one.
Another one.
Yeah.
I
We got
can't
a lot
say
to huh?
I can't say DJ Khaled though. Like I seen something circulating and he made me mad.
You want to talk about it?
I should. So obviously I know I'm a health and wellness enthusiast. And
wait, what is playing? I hear music.
What's playing? Hold on.
All right, you good? And
it's
I
good?
don't hear it. Yeah, I
Okay.
don't hear it now. So
I'm a health and wellness enthusiast. I'm a health coach by profession, if you want to say. And I seen your boy DJ Khaled on a little clip opening up his freezer to show off his frozen treats. Okay.
Oh wait, I didn't wait. I didn't know where you was going with the DJ Khaled thing. All right, he opened his fridge and what happened?
He was going crazy. He was like, "Yo, Assad," his son was right there.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yo, what you want? What you feeling like?" It looked like they just got out the pool. When I say this was a glutton's frozen dreams, his freezer, ridiculous, okay?
What's on there?
Everything. Every possible ice cream you could possibly see, Haagen-Dazs, Ben and Jerry's, all the treats that you see on the ice cream truck. Every single thing was in his freezer, and he was flaunting like this was a big deal. I'm telling y'all, that's why he looked like how he looked like, okay? Because he got that freezer full of them frozen treats. So I just had to say that. But moving along, welcome.
I see what type of time you want.
Welcome.
I see what type of time you want today. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tapping in with us for another weekly recap for 21 titles. If you're new here, I'm Chantee, a.k.a. Tay, a.k.a. Take Us It Done. Right?
Hey.
Let me stop playing. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes, and I am Brittany, a.k.a. Wellness Brit.
Big Brit, Big B. All right, let me stop playing. See, we both playing today.
We are, but we just happy to be here, y'all. Thank y'all as always. This is our time slot, 7 p.m. on Sunday. A lot has gone down this past week. Obviously, y'all know that we cover the weekly happenings and discuss that today. Thank y'all for tapping in. Me and Chantee run 21 titles. We're essentially a consulting firm. We help student athletes improve their professional and personal development. And we're very big on that. We feel like that is one of the missing pieces for the development of the student athlete that we really did not get a chance to kind of engage in as developing student athletes ourselves. So now that we're working professionals, we try to, make sure we pay it forward. So this is us paying it forward. Every Sunday, we try to keep y'all in the know about what's happening on the business side of things for real, because we need to know what's happening, not only what's on the court, but off the court. So Chantee, let's kick it off. We got stuff to talk about.
We got mad stuff to talk about. Okay, if you don't know, which is crazy, that means you under a rock. The Olympics started last week. Mm-hmm. And it's been lit since it started. Now, obviously, let me stop saying obviously, because some people may not know. Like the Olympics happens every 4 years, so that means the last Olympics happened in 2020. But truth be told, because of COVID, the numbers were really down. The viewership numbers were down in 2020. That's when the games happened in Tokyo.
Right.
And since this Olympic year has started, or cycle has started, the ratings are up by 79%, which is high.
Like that.
And so with that being said, NBC Universal, they're earning over $1.25 billion from the Paris Olympics in ads. So this is just straight. They're generating straight ad revenue. And if you don't know what ad revenue is, it's income generated by displaying ads to users within an app or a website. Well, now on TV, right? And advertisers pay app developers or website owners to display their ads to a target audience, and the revenue generated is shared between the advertiser and the app developer or website owner. We big on education, so I wanted to provide you with that. So, like I said, the Olympic viewership numbers this year are up 79%. Last week, it was reported that the USA women's basketball team is part of that success and that they drew in 3 million viewers for its first time. For its first game. So, I mean, we're definitely, we report on these numbers, we report on numbers every week. And literally since the beginning of the WNBA season, honestly, since throughout college, right? Throughout the collegiate year, the numbers just been numbering.
Yeah.
So I wasn't necessarily, maybe. I was a little shocked that the numbers were high for the women's first game. Because number one, there's so many different games happening. So many different sports and games and,
right. Events
and competitions happening at the same time. Also we're not getting paid by Peacock. Peacock holla at us, but like shouts to Peacock because this is the first time in which we're seeing, the Olympic Games. Like there's a hub for these events. We've never seen something like this before. This was brilliant. It's easy to like access. Excuse me. And you can hook up your TV so you can watch all of them not all of them, but multiple events at the same time. Like we've never seen something like this. So shouts to Peacock. But yeah, women's basketball drawing in 3 million. So yeah, like I said, yeah. And like I mentioned earlier, NBC, they was actually facing a decline in viewership in the last Summer Olympics, like I said, in Tokyo because of COVID-19. So they're super excited that their numbers have, ridiculously increased this year. So again, this was reported last week. I'm sure the numbers probably look different this week, especially with gymnastics happening. And then today, well, since August 1st, we had track and field. So I'm excited to see what the viewership numbers look like for both the gymnastics side and then also track and field.
Look here. If y'all wasn't watching track and field today, y'all missed out.
I mean, it's not really yeah.
We could go. Come on, we could go back and forth. It don't matter to me.
Yeah, the viewership numbers. I know the viewership was high for Noah. First of all, the way Twitter was set up for Noah Lyles.
Yes.
Who failed? Let me tell you something.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Nah, because last night Brittany and I was texting because we watched Thompson of Jamaica. He smoked. I forgot what race it was, but he was smoking on yesterday.
Right.
Not gonna front. He was smoking yesterday evening, last night. So today comes. You're like, all right, Noah Lyles. Obviously, let me stop saying obviously, but if you don't know, Noah Lyles last year during the NBA Finals was like, he's tired of seeing that the winners of the NBA Finals are like
the world
champions, because he's like, how can you be world champs when you're only playing the best in the United States or the best? Yeah,
right.
The best in the United States. So he, when he said that, like, That got a lot of people tight. I remember that. It got a lot of people.
He got a lot of flame for that.
He did. But he had a point. I mean, truth be told, he had a point, right? Like, he had a point. So, and then, obviously, let me stop saying obviously. God damn, Brittany. The USA men's team, 4 years ago, they didn't get a gold medal. It's been a little minute since they obtained a gold medal. So again, that further shows and kind of backs up his argument that y'all are only United States champs. Y'all are not world champions. And so with that being said, today, Noah Lyles first, he ran, I think the 400 meter or the 800 meter?
I'm not sure.
I think it was a 400 meter, and first he got smoked by Sayville, who is another competitor who's from Jamaica.
Yep.
They both had an eye
match at the line, like.
But apparently this is old beef. I'm gonna call it beef, but this is me just stirring the pot. Like they've had staring matches previously. Noah Lyles was like, "I got you. I'm gonna see you in Paris." Like he was talking spicy last month. Like I'll see you there.
Yes.
Today comes, Sayville smoked them. They had eye contact, like Brittany said. Cool. Brittany and I both thought that the 100 meter
final
was gonna happen on Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was about to take a nap. I was gonna take a nap. Brittany calls or texts me. She's like, "Nah, it's today. It's in a few minutes." I get up, I hurry up, turn the TV on, and I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be a goodie. Like, it's gonna be a goodie." So, the 100 meter final, it came down. Nobody got smoked.
Nope.
Nobody got smoked today. It was close. And
very close. He won by hundredths of a second. I know that all too well with the games that I've been involved in over my career. Like 0.1, y'all already know how I gave it up with Duke my freshman year when we won because Lindsey Harden missed those 2 free throws. Point. Okay? Seconds in sports matter.
No, it does. It does.
He won by the hair on his chin.
5/10 of a second?
5/10.
Which is sick. And yeah, I didn't know how it was gonna go because it was just that close. And he looked like he ain't know either. And I thought
they didn't. They didn't because they were all looking at they were waiting. All of them were waiting. Like, ain't that the anxiety?
Yeah, I mean, I was anxious too. I was anxious.
Looking up, not even knowing if you won or not.
Now, what I forgot to mention is, like, I saw on Twitter people were saying that, and I saw Embiid leaving after, but some of the NBA players was in attendance.
The hate watch.
That's hate. I saw that. I was like, "Oh, that's big hate." But
petty hate. That's petty hate.
It is. It's petty hate, but he showed up, and so now it's like we saw Josh Hart tweet.
Yes.
He basically was like, "Yo, he could talk. He could talk smack now forever."
Right. He's a gold medalist.
Not only am I an Olympian, but I'm a gold
medalist. Yeah. I'm gonna talk smack all day.
I'm the best in the world. Now I'm the best in the world.
For real.
Now, for real. Not only am I telling y'all, I'm showing y'all this is what this look like. So now it's like, all right, boys.
Right.
Y'all better show up and get this gold medal.
Right. Noah Lyles backed up what he needed to do. All right. He was talking hot stuff, but he backed it up. And we love to see when people talk the talk and walk the walk. Okay? That's what he did. And we love to see it.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
It was.
That was sick. And the amount of tweets I saw, and even on Instagram, they was like, "Yo, they was gearing up." They had tweets in the drafts. 8 tweets in the drafts.
Yeah,
If no allows was to
something.
lose, like
Yeah, something else.
I shouldn't be laughing. But yeah, Twitter's a crazy place. Social media is a wild place. But shouts to no allows.
Facts.
That's big time. Showing up the way he did after saying
Yeah.
what he said.
Nah, that's a fact. And since we on track, we might as well. Julian Alfred, Saint Lucia.
Yes.
Look, everybody, obviously we know Sha'Carri was the favorite for this. Like we
Facts.
was all rooting for her. But Julian Alfred from St. Lucia said, I'm also here.
I'm here.
Okay?
She didn't crack a smile at all yesterday.
Nah.
She was focused throughout every race.
She was there for this was a business trip for her, for real.
Nah, it was. She was on timing.
Woo. Like in the semifinals, she was in the same heat as Sha'Carri, and I was just like, oh, my husband was like, St. Lucia. He said St. Lucia looking like she coming for the win. And that's exactly what she did. This is St. Lucia's first medal ever for their country, and they got a gold. That's fire.
Shouts to the Caribbean.
Woo.
Because she smoked them.
She did.
She smoked them.
There was an entire watch party in St. Lucia for her.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. I love that.
I'm going to send you the video after we get off of here. Like, everybody was... You see it. It was a beautiful...
That's pride.
Right.
That's pride. That's beautiful to see, but yeah. So I was happy to see that.
Yeah, so Julian, she wound up getting the gold medal for the 100 meter.
Yeah.
Sha'Carri got the silver medal, and then the other American also got the bronze medal. I can't
remember her name right now.
But that I think they said this is the first time that the USA has medaled 2 times in the 100 meters since like 96.
It's crazy. It's a big deal.
The 96 Olympics in Atlanta?
That's a big deal.
Right.
Now, I didn't know if we wanted to talk about like the controversy because we saw like Chile and Frazier. She didn't race. I saw some rumblings about Sha'Carri not having the opportunity to warm up. Right. Obviously, we're not there, so we don't know what happened. So we're going based off not only tweets, but then reporters. I saw a couple of reporters speak out on this morning. I woke up this morning trying to watch the race, and I was like, where's Shelly Ann? Now, I think initially this week, it was reported that I think Shericka Jackson is actually injured. So prayers to Shericka Jackson, if in fact that is the case. But for Shelly Ann, I think there was a situation where she wasn't staying in the villages. And I don't think Sha'Carri also was staying in the villages with the rest of those that were competing. And allegedly, like, rules changed the night before the race. And because they wasn't staying in the villages, they weren't able to get on the team bus. And because they weren't on the team bus, somehow that affected their opportunity to warm up. Again, we don't know how true that is. I'm pretty sure more details will like roll out as the days go on. This was supposed to be Shelly Ann's last go around at the Olympics, and Shelly Ann don't play. You know, she's not new to this at all. Amazing global icon, if I'm being honest, when it comes to track and field. Like, she's her. And so, yeah, I see Kenneth going off in the comments. Kenneth said, lawyer up Shelly. They restricted her from entering the same gate she did prior. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't make any sense. But I'm sure more details will roll out as the days go on. But what are your thoughts on that, Britt?
That's just unfortunate. You never want to see an Olympian like that, Shelly Ann, because she is an Olympian. Um, go out like that. Like, this is supposed to be her last Olympics, and she didn't even get to compete because of some petty thing that happened at the village. Like, I also seen a clip circulating around of her kind of having, an exchange with the security at the entrance of the village. And she could have turned it up on them for real, and she kept it very professional and very polite to be, and very classy, even though they did her wrong. Okay, that was one thing that didn't sit right with me when I seen that, because I obviously, like you said, she's an icon. Okay. And you always want to see people go out on their own terms, and this definitely wasn't on her own terms. I even seen some news circulating that she hurt her hamstring, and I'm just like, huh, what happened? So yeah, I hope more news will reveal itself over time, and we get the full details as to what happened. But I hope this is not her last Olympics, because
neither do I.
Oh man, that would be so disappointing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you ain't get a chance to compete. Yeah,
Right.
I
But
just
yeah,
feel bad.
track and field's been lit though.
Oh, for
It's been
sure,
turned. It's been turned. So
for
shouts
sure.
to them.
But I want to come back to basketball. So for me,
Yeah, I'm gonna let you get it off.
I've really been tuned into our USA 3-on-3 team. I've watched every game so far, and let me just say, I'm very proud of our squad. Okay, because initially I was not. Initially, I had a lot of negative things to say, highly critical. Okay, and I still can be, obviously, but we did not start well. We lost 3 in a row in the beginning. Okay, so our first game we lost to Germany 13-17. Then we lost to Azerbaijan with Tiffany Hayes and Mercedes Walker. And I knew that was already going to be a tough game. Mercedes Walker, I played against her in college, y'all. She went to Pittsburgh University, where my husband went. Okay, she was part of that team, that Pitt team that went to the Sweet 16. Her, shout out to Janaea Sims from New Jersey. She was also on that team. Shout out to Shayla Scott, who was also on that team. Okay, a lot of heavy hitters was on that team, so I knew that was going to be a tough matchup for them. And Tip Hayes showed up. She had 11 of the 20 points. Okay, and let me tell y'all, the FIBA rules right now, like these 3-on-3 rules, it's 10 minutes, right? The games are 10 minutes long. There's 4 people on each team. Obviously, you have a sub. And you have also, which is the kicker, the 12-second shot clock. The 12-second shot clock, and also you have to make sure that you clear the ball once you get the ball in possession. Okay, so clearing the ball, you have to take it to the 3-point line. Like if you're playing 21, because that's essentially what the game score was. It's a game of 21 with 10 minutes. Whoever has the highest possible score or gets to 21 first when the time expires is the winner. So it's fast paced. Okay, you have to have high level of stamina to play 3-on-3. To be quite honest, constant movement. Okay, constant bumping, and just it's really you gotta be a quick decision maker, to be quite honest. So I think really initially we had to find our rhythm. First and foremost, you have to realize that De'Erica Hamby was the substitute. She was initially not supposed to be part of the team because Cameron Brink tore her ACL. Okay, so she came in and replaced Cameron Brink. And let me say, De'Erica, she is my MVP for the team. Okay? She's been smoking a lot of layups, I'm gonna be honest. De'Erica, you've been smoking layups, but you also been hitting a lot of tough layups that I'm like, yo, how did she hit that? Okay? And she's also been our best defensive player too. Okay? And also, I'm gonna say I was very, very critical of Ryan Howard. Y'all already know how I feel about Ryan Howard.
You were. Go ahead.
Yes. Because the first 2 games she had 2 points. No way one of the best scorers in the W has 2 points in the first 2 games. She looked disengaged the first 2 games. Like the first 2 games, I'm like, yo, where's Ryan Howard? Where is she at? Because she is a certified bucket. Don't get me wrong. When Ryan's in the zone, she can go. Okay? And also, let me just put this in here. Ryan Howard was my father's favorite player. Okay? He went to see my brother play overseas, and he got a chance to see her and was fanned out. Okay? Because he got a chance to meet Ryan. So I love her game. So I was confused. And I feel like she still can turn it up a notch. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her. We need you to rise to the occasion tomorrow, Ryan. We need to be on the podium, okay?
And I saw people being super critical of Haley Van Lith.
Right? But Haley Van Lith been hooping. I don't know what y'all been watching. She been hooping. Yes, I believe she needs to improve her lateral quickness on the defensive end, but Haley Van Lith was hitting some shots some people would never be able to hit. Okay? Like her little lefty floater game. She hit a couple of very timely 2-pointers too. Okay? So there's no threes. The 3 is the 2. Okay? It's 1 point. 1 point. A bucket is 1 point and a 3 is a 2-pointer. Okay? Haley Van Lith been coming through. Okay? And also Sierra Burdick, like this was my introduction to Sierra. I didn't know who she was before the Olympics. I'm gonna be quite honest, be very honest. But she's been our most vocal leader on the floor. And she's the one setting plays. You see her in the timeouts. She's dictating who go where. I love to see it. I also did a little research. She went to Tennessee. She's also from Charlotte, North Carolina. So big ups to Sierra. I think she's been a great addition. She's been a great just general kind of like overall player for the 4 of them, essentially for the entire team. So tomorrow, I don't know who we face. I think we face Spain. I think we face Spain tomorrow in the semifinals. So I think if we win, we get to obviously the gold medal game. But they turned it around. We started 0-3 and then we've won 5 straight so far. So it's been great to see, but I think they needed the adversity in the beginning, because I would be tight if they was winning in the beginning and they lost and we didn't get a chance to get to the medal round. So I'm just happy to see them fighting through adversity and getting it done. So yeah, y'all should watch. Make sure y'all watch tomorrow. I gotta check to see what time we play, but it don't matter what time. I'm gonna be up watching, baby. I'm gonna be up. I'll be up. Okay. And then rolling in. Did you wanna add your thoughts, Roxanne?
No, you hit it.
Okay, and then I guess kind of rolling into the USA women's basketball. Today we beat. Who did we beat today?
Germany. Yo, I like Alexis Peterson. I'ma just I know, yes, USA won today, but Alexis Peterson on Germany, feisty tough guard, was giving Sabrina
fits.
Just I like her game.
Yeah.
She actually went to Syracuse. I had to look. She went to Syracuse from 2013 to 2017.
Okay.
I like her game. I did not know that. I don't know if anybody else watching knew about Alexis Peterson. I'm late to the party with her, but I just want to give a shout out to her because she's a tough player.
Nah, she really is. I mean, she showed out today. I really enjoy watching her play. She's also a two-way player, so she's gonna play D too.
Yeah, that's what I really meant by bringing up Sabrina, because they show like some slow down clips of her during the game or replays, and she was in Sabrina's. After getting the bucket, I'm right on you. Was giving Sabrina, yeah. So, yeah, no, she's tough.
Nah, I mean, you really got to realize the Olympics is the best talent in the world, right? Like we're playing the best players in the world, and you know it was good to see Satu Sabali. Like we ain't see her all WNBA season, and the fact that she's playing in the Olympics for her country, it's refreshing to see. Like, because Dallas, they need her. They need her bad. Okay. Watching Leonie Fevich, you know, she's a rookie on the New York Liberty right now as well. On Germany, you know, she's gonna really be a good solid player like for years to come. You know, she plays on both ends, so it's really good to see that. Just like on the NBA side, where we're seeing a lot of NBA players on their country's teams, we're seeing the same thing on the women's end, and I love to see that because it just kind of shows that we are pooling talent from all around the world to make up the best leagues in the world. You know, that's kind of why No allows why they say that they world champions, you know, because we pull from every corner of the earth essentially to play in the NBA. So yeah, I've been enjoying watching just international play. Like, besides from watching our women's team, I've been watching the other teams. Nigeria has been really, I don't know. I was over here talking about Belgium and Australia and Germany, and I didn't even think to mention Nigeria. Nigeria is my dark horse. They've had a lot, and Canada.
Nigeria.
I've talked about Canada. Nigeria has come in and made a statement, and I don't think anybody seen this unless y'all been watching Nigeria. I haven't, but Nigeria out the gate beat Australia out the gate. Y'all already know how hype I was to watch Lauren Jackson play, and Nigeria just answered the call. And then today Nigeria beat Canada. You know, Canada got a few WNBA players on the team, so Nigeria, who y'all got on Nigeria? I need to do some more research on the girls on Nigeria, because they not backing down. And I love to see that. So if y'all not watching these women hoop this Olympics, then you might want to go get that Peacock subscription and watch the replay.
No,
because it's been some really, really great basketball. And I've been really satisfied watching the basketball play in the Olympics so far.
All right, hold on. Let's move on to other Olympic events that was happening. Yo, Flavor Flav. Shouts to,
Flavor Flav,
the original reality TV star. Okay, right. Using his social equity for good.
Right.
You want to talk about what he was doing with the water polo team?
Look, man, this all started on social media. The power of social media. So if we talk about anything like about the power of social media, this should be it. Unbeknownst to a lot of us, because this was news to me, the water polo team, the women's team specifically, has won 3 gold medals. I don't know if anybody if y'all are aware of that, but in recent history, they have won 3 gold medals, and we found out via Twitter that a few of them on the team have 2 or 3 jobs, have multiple jobs to kind of, make ends meet, to train, and then obviously provide a life for themselves. And, one of them took to Twitter and was basically airing out and venting on Twitter, talking about, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to kind of like pay my rent, or to make it to the games, or to be able to buy, like, training stuff to kind of compete. So Flavor Flav kind of answered the call here and was just like, what? He was, just kind of flabbergasted, like, how y'all win these gold medals and y'all struggling? We got another gold medal to win. Like, we don't need y'all struggling, baby. So he's basically kind of been answering the call to financially fulfill some of these needs for the members of the team, which is heroic in itself. Like, yo, if you are a celebrity, this is how you use your social equity. You use it for good.
Yeah. And then he became he's like their biggest supporter now. And then that trickled into, him helping yet another Olympian. Track and field athlete.
The discus, what she do?
Yeah, she does. She does discus, and her school was supposed to send over all this bread for her to pay her rent, and they only sent over 75% of what she needed to pay her rent. And so here come Flavor Flav. He saw that. He was like, yo, I got you. DM me. I'm going to send the payment today.
Right. You don't
and
need
he
to
said,
worry
I'm going
about
to be
that.
rooting for you tomorrow. Don't even worry. You got to worry about competing. Right. Don't worry about that. And then, Alexis O'Hannon jumped in as well. Paid the other half. So him and Flavor Flav went half on the rent. But then I think I read that Alexis actually went forward and then paid her rent up for the year. Like, let me just. I mean, he got the. So Alexis O'Hannon. His portfolio look crazy.
Look, that's Serena. Serena told you, like, look, just do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm. That. That's nothing. So pay that. But I love it. Like, to your point about social media, like the power of social media, and I love to see that. They shouldn't be. Come on, man.
Right. We shouldn't have our Olympians struggling like that. Come on, y'all. Like, we can't pay our rent.
Not representing the country, and you are and they can't send you your money to pay the rent. So I love what they're doing. I love what Flavor Flav has done and brought just attention to
He's
this
brought
issue. It's
look.
an issue.
He's brought attention to the issue, but he's also brought a lot of visibility to the water polo teams. Like
Absolutely.
first and foremost, he's now the official hype man of the water polo teams.
With the clock on and everything in Paris.
Right. And secondly, he's used his social equity to get people to come to the games. He had Jill Biden come to the game, right? He also has Spike Lee.
Yes.
Come meet the team. Do a little photo op with them as well. So like this is what we mean. Like obviously more visibility, more eyes, that increases the popularity, that increases the support. And because nobody, I'm ignorant to water polo. I don't watch water polo besides watching it during the Olympics. I'm gonna keep it real. But now and to be quite honest, water polo is hard.
Yes, it is hard.
Like, if y'all know how to swim, you know that treading water is a difficult thing to do.
I used to swim, y'all. Just a little bit. Was on a swim team.
Right.
It ain't no joke. But it's not a joke. So what they doing?
Like they're literally treading water while they're trying to get a ball into a net. Right. Like,
which is crazy. A lot of expended energy.
Woo, baby.
Right.
It's already enough. You in the water sweating. You're sweating in water. Okay? Like, that's already a lot.
It is.
Because I've had to sweat in water doing therapy.
Right. Right.
It's a tall task. It's a tall task. So I love that we're getting some more looks on like I would say like it's a niche sport. Like
no, I would say so too.
So I love this. Was like my favorite story of the Olympics. One of my favorite stories from the Olympics. So
yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Flavor Flav.
I love it. Love to see it.
Flavor Flav.
Moving on, we talked about gymnastics earlier, but the girlies, they've been killing. I mean, all of them have been killing.
Right.
But I wanted to give a nasty award, to be honest. I wanted to give a nasty award to Michaela Skinner. Now, I know that she is a previous Olympic medal winning gymnast as well. She won a silver medal. But I don't care. Okay. She's a previous winner, but she took to social media hating. She was hating on Simone Biles. She was hating on all of the gymnasts on the USA team this year. Basically saying in a YouTube video that outside of Simone Biles working hard, the other girls, they're just not doing everything they need to be doing. Like, they're lazy. Like, she was hate. That's hate.
That's big hate.
And it's nasty. It's nasty, and this happened on Tuesday. And then I saw Simone Biles. I love Simone Biles on Twitter. Let me just say, she is the GOAT. Again, one of the most decorated athletes we'll ever see in our lifetime. Took to Twitter and defended the team. And after winning another gold medal, she posted on Instagram using some of the word and the verbiage that Michaela Skinner used, which is she was being petty. She was like, this is what, lazy gold medal, lazy medal winners look like, essentially. Mm-hmm. And then Michaela went on to block Simone Biles on social media. And then Simone went on to say, "Oop, I'm blocked on social media." And I say all I have to say, I kind of like, I like Spicy Simone. But I like Spicy Simone. I don't even want to call it spice. Like, she's doing what I think what all of us would have done anyway. Like Michaela Skinner, you had your time. Congrats to you. I feel like that's the case of like OGs not letting the new tribe or the
Right.
new crop of talent thrive
Right.
and really enjoy their experience at the Olympics. That's
Facts.
nasty work, Michaela. And I wanted to give you a nasty award tonight because why would you do that? You didn't have to say anything. And then she tried to backtrack after, everybody was smoking her on social media and was like, oh, that wasn't basically that I wasn't trying to hate. Like, it wasn't my intention. Yes, it
Nah,
was. Because you
you
didn't have
was
to say that.
you was trying to hate. Yeah. Look, y'all. Why I don't understand why she would hate. Like, you're also an Olympian. Like, you should be happy that we're winning again. Like,
I don't get it.
that's real crazy. But some people just got hate in their heart. They just, and some people, that's what they do to stay relevant. Because Michaela, what you been doing? This is the only thing we know about you because you just happen to come out and hate.
Like, just be quiet.
That's crazy.
So, yeah. Just wanted to give a nasty award to Michaela Skinner. And I guess just rolling into like some of the stories that we've been hearing throughout this Olympics, like Suni Lee, shouts to Suni Lee. She won her 6th gymnastics medal today, bronze medal. She's amazing. And one of the stories that not hit home, but just was something, was the fact that I learned that she was battling kidney disease back in 2023. Yeah, me too.
Yes.
It's sad. But the fact that she came back,
Right.
after being diagnosed, looking better than ever. She didn't know if she was going to be able to compete again.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, like tenacity. Like,
right. I mean, that's a scary thing to kind of deal with because it's not like it's a it's an injury like a torn ACL or like a torn hamstring or something. Like, it's a medical issue, so like for someone to bounce back from that is admirable. Like because she could have gave up. She could have just said, bruh, I'm the kidney disease, I'm gonna just let it rock, and I did what I needed to do, and she could have been done with it. But like the fact that even she has to step away at Auburn,
yes,
and step back at school
mm-hmm.
to kind of address this. So like that's what she mean when she say like I don't know if I did not know I was gonna be here because I had to step back at school and I had to address this issue and kind of get back on track. So
yeah,
just props to Suni Lee for even kind of going through that thought process and that mindset, because to deal with an injury, y'all, is something else, but to deal with something that you like, a medical issue, that's a different dynamic. Okay?
right.
So it was great to kind of just see her be in her element, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we all know that like basketball and these sports for us is everything to us. It's life. And when we can no longer do these things, like that's a tough battle to kind of gripe with,
Right.
So
right.
shout out to Suni Lee getting the bronze today. Another medal.
And racking up on medals.
Yeah.
Just out here killing. So I think I can't remember the name of the athlete who tore her ACL 3 times.
Yeah, Rebecca Andrade from Brazil
Tore her ACL 3 times.
over the course of 4 years.
And that's the thing. Brittany and I had that offline conversation too, because we both suffered from knee injuries.
Right.
I tore my ACL.
I tore my
Brittany
meniscus.
tore my meniscus.
Twice.
And yeah, and it's like the mental struggle, like journey, battle, to get better every day, was hard. I think I'm speaking for both of us. It was hard.
Sure.
And to know that she tore her ACL 3 times and still was going after it, that's a different level of determination. That's a different level of determination. Truly.
I mean, to win a medal after you tore your ACLs, like that's
for you to be an Olympian,
right?
Like you battle. That's
Mm-hmm.
It just puts a lot of things in perspective. Like we complain about
small things
on a daily basis, and it's like are so easy to quit certain things, and these athletes be battling. I mean, we all have our own battles, personal battles, of course. Like nobody's exempt from those, but to hear those stories, just it puts things in perspective. Like, and they're tenacious. So, just also wanted to highlight her because that was amazing to hear. And then Nada Hafez, the Egyptian fencer, found out she was 7 months pregnant last week, and she won a medal. And
how Sway
how I don't have any kids at all, but I can only imagine, and I'm gonna let Brittany speak to her experience as a mother.
Look, I've been pregnant twice, and the fact that they are competing with child, that's a different level. That's a different level. That's another level of grit and determination, because like you're already at like a energy depleted level because you're growing someone inside of you. So like they're taking everything from you, like all the nutrients and minerals that you possibly have is going towards the baby. So to know that Skylar Diggins was also one who did this. De'Erica Hamby. To know De'Erica just came back from giving birth.
Right away.
Right away. And the level that she's playing at. Elite. Y'all don't understand how like the get back is really, that's it right there. So like I really can't put it into words how much I admire these women for doing this and being able to compete in that state. Okay, so big ups to that young lady, man. Like that's really incredible. I really just I don't know what else to say. Like it's a tall task to already have a child, and to do it while you're still being physically engaged. Like it's just a big hill to climb. So this is shout out to these women. The woman's body is crazy. That's all miraculous. Okay.
And shouts to the comments on IG. They tapping and talking about it too. Janae and Kenneth. But yeah, no, that's admirable. I don't even know what else to say about it other than that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then Lauren Scruggs. New York native.
Queen, stand up.
Queens. Where's DA
Right.
at?
Queensbridge.
But no, that's amazing. Yeah, Shanae, she in the comments talking about Queens get the money. Facts.
Shut up.
Facts.
Queens.
Yeah, she won a gold medal. And she helped the U.S. women's fencing team capture a gold medal, marking the first time an American team, men or women, doing so in the sport. And they got the win over Italy.
Fire.
I also think she's the first Black woman to do that in that sport.
I would like to know how she got into fencing. Because, this is another like niche kind of sport. And I feel like you either gotta have a benefactor, like that's one of them. You gotta have somebody sponsoring you for the fencing. Like it's the elite of the elite.
No, it is.
Like that's how I feel when I I'm around fencing, or it's just that. Okay, so shout out to Lauren Scruggs for that. But I gotta do more research and get like
And they said she started at the Paul Westbrook Foundation, who I believe was a previous fencer as
Got you.
well. And I believe he's a Black. Oh, Peter. Yeah, Peter Westbrook Foundation.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for
Thank
that
you.
lead. That lead, because I would like to do some research on her.
Yeah.
Get her
But
backstory.
shouts to Lauren. That's a big deal.
Thanks. And
All right.
I think that wraps up.
Olympic news. We covered a lot.
Facts.
Um uh we're gonna roll into NIL/college news now, or sports news. Paige Beckers, they're really showing us that she's next up. I mean, we obviously knew and have known she was next up, but the amount of things that have been coming out um, this past week just again really highlights that this next season for her is going to be one of them ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so this past week, it was announced that she was going to be having, or rather, it was announced she was going to have her own Nike GT Hustle 3 sneaker. This is a big deal because we've never seen a player exclusive sneaker happen on the collegiate level. Um, so if you don't know, she signed an NIL deal with Nike at the top of 2023. And again, she's the first college basketball player to receive this opportunity. So her shoe's going to drop September 12th, and it's going to retail at $120. I saw the mock-ups, and it looks fire. The sneaker looks good.
Okay. Did they reveal the colorway?
It looked, and again, I don't know if the mock-up was just in white and gray, but that's what I saw. It was like a white and gray colorway.
Okay. Fire. I didn't look at the mock up yet, so Chantee said it's fire. It's fire.
It looks good. So this is different. Like, we've never seen this before. This is a huge honor, and I mean, just piggybacking off of that, it was unveiled that she will be also playing in Unrivaled after her final season. We've never seen that either. This is the first of its kind name, image, and likeness deal. And we've talked about Unrivaled on several different occasions, but this is going to be the first time they're signing a collegiate athlete. And the women that are participating in the league, they're going to be getting equity ownership. So that means that she too will be obtaining equity ownership in the league. That's a very big deal. The league cap for all 30 players will be at least $7.5 million, which is an average of $250,000, which is more than, you know, the supermax contracts in WNBA. And again, they're just rolling out the red carpet for Paige. It's due.
She next up.
She's next up. She's gonna have a killer season. Obviously, we know she was struggling with injuries, but as long as she remains healthy, we've been seeing her a lot at the All Star weekend. We've been just seeing her outside a lot, and I can't wait to see how she turns up this season.
Oh, for sure. I feel like Paige is ready. She's ready. Y'all gotta realize, I'm probably gonna get some people mad, but Paige was it before Caitlyn was it. Like, y'all gotta realize she got hurt, and then they kind of moved on to Caitlyn, and Paige was put on the back burner. But don't forget, Paige is one of them ones, and I think this is This is gonna be a statement year for her. I really feel that way. And like Chantee said, they priming her to be the one. Is she the first college athlete to have a shoe? What, like, that's fire.
OD fire.
And that just shows you like where we are with the student athlete and their essential potential power of like financial power, like buying power, if you want to say. Like, it has tremendously increased. Like, the autonomy for student athletes right now, like, y'all really got the keys to put yourselves in a position to just thrive after y'all done with school, to be quite honest. Like, a position that a lot of us would have loved to have,
Absolutely.
So it's imperative that y'all really take advantage of this opportunity. And we see Paige she rolling with it, man. Like, to be a member of Unrivaled also, like, they already putting it out. Like, next year she gonna be in this. I love how Unrivaled is also doing this. Like, the rollout has been fire.
It has been great. I think the last one was Angel. So she's unrivaled, and I'm looking forward to seeing how unrivaled the actual league is. I can't wait to see it. We've been talking about it for over a year.
Right.
Seems like there's been a lot of intention behind it.
Absolutely.
I love that they have equity ownership in the league. That's a very big deal.
Yeah.
And it just shows it can get done. I can't wait to see everybody's opinions online, on social media, because I feel like the natural thing that's going to happen is there's going to be like a comparison between how the structure of the W, and then Unrivaled, because we've already read some of those things. Obviously, Breonna Stewart has said she doesn't want like the comparison soliloquies to happen, but naturally that's what's going to happen.
But why would there be a comparison? This is different.
Yeah.
Like, this is a whole different atmosphere.
Can't wait.
It's 3-on-3. Like, if y'all watching USA 3-on-3 right now, like the Olympic 3-on-3, this is what is also getting me excited about Unrivaled, because the 3-on-3 play is gonna become so popular. Like, I mean, we gonna see a lot of more 3-on-3 tournaments domestically pop up, I believe.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. So,
moving
Paige.
Yeah, Paige. Shouts to Paige. Moving on, the NCAA is actually going to be launching a disclosure database called NIL Assist. Um, so it actually launched on. It's going to be launching Thursday of this
Okay.
week, and it's like a disclosure. It's a disclosure database. So you have to. It gives student athletes the opportunity to track like their service providers and to see how other people. We talked about this over a year ago. How the NCAA was thinking about creating this disclosure platform so that student athletes can easily gain access to service providers, so like agents and attorneys. Like, so basically, if you're working with a student athlete, I believe you'll now have to move forward with signing up or disclosing your services on in this portal.
Mm,
And
okay.
there's going to be a rate your experience tool so that the student athletes can actually share the reviews of service providers. Um, yeah, I think that's good. I mean, I don't see the issue with it. Charlie Baker, who is the NCAA president, he said that um, before he started his new role at the NCAA, the first things he wanted to do was to hear from student athletes and their families about the NIL landscape. And he heard that the feedback he received was that it's confusing and challenging to navigate. And so one of his ways to combat those, sore spots with student athletes was to create this database, um, so that they could, take on NIL opportunities confidently. And
Right.
so where we're at. And so also moving forward, because of the House versus NCAA settlement that happened a few or several weeks ago, if in fact there are NIL deals more than $600 with third party collectives, this has to be reported to a clearinghouse. Now, when Brittany and I played college basketball, there was an NCAA clearinghouse. And we had to like fill out all these documents. We had to like take courses, I believe. But now they're implementing that in the NIL space. So it's just going to be interesting to continue to see this the improvements in NIL.
I mean, they've been wanting to kind of put everything in one place, essentially. So I guess this is right along the line of them trying to create a standard, or like they gotta have their arms over stuff, any and everything. Now that they opened up the floodgates for NIL, they still want to be able to have a way to police it. So, this
Basically.
is, yeah, but this is also to help, student athletes make an informed decision as well. If they stuff is not on this database, then you should be a little bit weary,
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
I love it. I think that, yeah, I think education is important. A lot of these student athletes are new to the
Right,
business world.
right,
They don't have that background,
right,
and usually we give the NCAA a hard time. I'm rolling with the NCAA with this, because this shows that to some degree they're protecting the student athletes. So shouts to the NCAA for getting it right here.
right. We always, we're hypercritical of them, but they did a good job here. So
Mm-hmm.
we giving y'all kudos.
Mm-hmm. Moving on, I thought this was very interesting. So Howard University, is a HBCU, but the men's basketball head coach, Kenny Blakeney, he actually is looking to offer 1/3 of the program for 9 figures. So he wants to sell a third of the program. And uh Blakeney's a former Duke player, and then he was an assistant coach at Columbia and Harvard. And he just was talking about how he understands how the college landscape is changing, and he wants to find creative ways to kind of tap into that. And how, because of the shifting of conferences, something that you talked about before, it may be harder for HBCUs to actually compete in the NCAA tournament. And he was like, listen, I didn't come, to Howard just to coast. Like, I'm trying to make it to the tourney, and I'm trying to really thrive in the tourney. And if you don't know, last year we watched this game. They lost to Wagner. Um, and that was a good game, but they lost to Wagner last year. But they've been making appearances in the NCAA, and so um, if in fact he was granted the 9 figures for the 1/3 of the program, he was saying that he would use it to upgrade the team's arena and practice facilities, um, and that it would be a 3-way revenue split between investors, school, and program, all getting a third. He understands that this all comes down to like media rights, which is something that we talked about previously, which is why um, there's been shifts in conferences.
Right.
The Pac-12 is no more. That's all based in, TV media rights, to be honest. And so I've never heard a college head coach even talk about doing something like this. So if he could pull this off, I mean, I can't wait to learn more about how he plans on doing this or what this looks like. But I just wanted to put this on everybody's radar because I've never heard of something like this before.
Yeah, me either. Thank you. Because, like, selling a college team, we've never. That's interesting. But I love how he's thinking outside of the box. Like, he's trying to figure out how can we get funding into the school because the regular ways ain't working. So, and I commend him for trying to be solution based and trying to figure out a new avenue to support what he's trying to do at Howard. I mean, it's a big deal when you almost make it into the tournament. I think they lost the playing game. Essentially, they lost that playing game because they played the 16-16 played against each other, I believe. So, yeah, I would like to keep a eye on this story.
Yeah, same. And just seeing how he does it. I mean, we already talked about. I feel like we've spoken about HBCUs, and just when it comes to like revenue and funding and
oh yeah, Deion Sanders put that on blast.
Yo, he the one who kind of like started the flame or started the fire, for lack of better words. And since then, we've been having a lot of conversation about just HBCUs and the funding and and the money. And so, to Brittany's point about being solution based, this may be a potential solution in a very unique way. So, shouts to Coach Blakeney, and yeah, we'll keep an eye on that and update you as more details come out. For tech news, if you don't know, Brittany does not care for Drake. Aubrey Graham, you know, Brittany don't care about Drake. But what I will say, go ahead. Do you want to speak your piece about Drake? I'll let you.
He's just overly toxic for me. That's really all I'm gonna put. Like, he makes great music, but he's toxic, bro.
Yeah, he could be a little toxic. And then coming off this, I'm gonna say coming off this loss to Kendrick. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's been rough for Drake, but nonetheless, I thought this was interesting, and I did not know this, that it's been almost a month, but the Argentina soccer team who went against Canada's soccer team, the Canadian team, and beat the Canadian team, was clowning Drake because Drake bet $300,000 in Bitcoin.
Oh wow.
Via Stake, because he's a brand ambassador for Stake, which is a betting platform, a crypto betting platform. If you didn't know, yeah, he bet that the Canadian national team would beat Argentina in the semifinals, and they did not. And so, had he won, the payout would have been $2.88 million. But yeah, he lost $300,000 in Bitcoin, and on top of that, he damn near lost $1 million in total because he lost Bitcoin because he bet against, I forgot who he bet against in the NBA finals, but he lost Bitcoin there, and then he also lost Bitcoin because he made a bet for the NHL Stanley Cup Finals. So he's just losing Bitcoin everywhere.
Bruh. I
I
don't
need one
gamble.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, I just need one. I would like one. Just let me put one on my hard wallet and we Gucci. Okay? And if you do have crypto, you should have a hard wallet. Okay? Drake gonna get it back though, so he not worried.
Probably gotten it back since then. I just thought that was an interesting story. Had no clue that was a thing. But yeah, that's what we got for tech news. And then finally, the last kind of topic we hit on is culture news. So that's anything music, fashion, movies, things like that we enjoy. And the Locks Tiny Desk performance happened. Yo,
Ooh.
let me tell you something. For all those that went against the Locks when they went against Cam and them, Dipset,
Right.
foolish, foolish, foolish beans,
Foolish
foolish
like
beans,
foolish like a Chantee. Okay?
a bar, but foolish. And I wish I was in attendance for that in New York when that happened. But first of all, they all look great because
Yes.
they taking care of themselves.
Right.
Again, Brittany is like the ultimate health advocate, but for both of us coming from New York, furthermore the Bronx, and seeing what Styles P is doing with Juices for Life,
Mm-hmm.
and how the community shows up at Juices for Life,
Facts.
and how has been able to seamlessly intertwine culture and health has been really fire, has really been dope to see. And
Absolutely.
yeah, Jada Kiss looks great, taking care of himself. Sheik looks amazing. And yeah, the Tiny Desk was great. The band was fire. The band, the band, the
Yes.
band,
Yes. They
the
had the
band,
violins. Fire.
fire. And the young lady,
Yes. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
she did her thing.
Cause when you get the money, you get the power. Yo, she did the little Kim nod. I loved it.
She,
That was fire.
yes, she did her thing, and it was just dope to just. They did such a great job, and they got so many damn hits, and the song selection was on the money. And I don't think a lot of artists that have been on Tiny Desk have done like the greatest job in selecting the songs
Right.
they would like to perform,
Right.
but they did an amazing job, and
Nah, they sure
I'm
did.
trying to get tickets to see them.
Yeah, they look, and that's also what I want to hit on before we leave. Because we're gonna wrap it up after this, y'all. The DJ, I think, in my opinion, is the most important element of hip hop. Just for the simple fact that the Locks brought their DJ on and he set the tone of the entire performance. Not only did he obviously help with the sets and delivering with the sets, this man did a beautiful job of promoting and just championing his rappers, bro. Like promoting their businesses. He shouted out Jada Kiss's coffee business. All right. Shout it out, Styles P, Juices for Life, Pharmacy for Life, right? Chic Luch. We don't know what you got going on, Chic. What?
No, I heard
what he said.
No, but I've been hearing he owns a lot of buildings, apparently.
Real estate.
Real estate. So they're all busy doing amazing things. Like,
that's a fact. Y'all already know how we feel about Juices for Life.
Yeah.
Like we look, Juices for Life, y'all gotta start a loyalty program or something, because Lord knows how many dollars I've spent going there to get a R26, a G5.
A G5.
Come on, a VC.
Those are the names of the juices, y'all.
Right.
Like, if you go in there, all of their juices have like really unique names. Some of them are like focused on like New York City stuff. It's dope though. Right. Like
the VC. That's one of Chantee's favorites. Okay. Yes. So we love it. We would love a Juices for Life sponsorship too. Y'all. We love smoothies. We love green juices. We love health out over here. Okay. So we just had to tell you about the Tiny Desk performance. But yeah, DJ Tech, did an amazing job. He did such an amazing job, and that's a hint to y'all moving forward. Y'all better bring y'all DJ on there.
Well, we've seen it like go left, like when. Now I'm talking about verses, but when Styles P. I mean, excuse me, when Jadakiss went against Fab.
Yeah.
Again, the DJ did a bad job in selecting songs to get him over the hump. So, like, to Brittany's point, yes, like, you know, selecting the correct songs. Your DJ, the DJ is the core, I think.
They set the tone, dog.
Yeah. So
they set the tone. So I enjoy watching it. It's only like 17 minutes long, y'all. Go check it out. It's really dope.
Yeah.
I'll be by your side.
Yeah, that was my joint.
That joint was fire.
Okay? It was. But that's the show for today. So we covered a lot of ground. Thank y'all for tapping in with us for this long. All of y'all. Right. A lot of y'all in here. Yes. We appreciate y'all. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Make sure that you follow the 9450 on all social media platforms. I believe this week or within the next few weeks, we'll be interviewing some college athletes that you may want to tap into and other individuals. So, you know, just keeping the ball rolling, and the college season is going to be here before we know it. And so tap in with us over there as well.
Thanks.
And yeah.
We appreciate y'all.
We love y'all. And we'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Peace.